Today's segment of Oh Brother is sponsored by Warblog Eagle, the entertaining blog that provides you with everything you need to know about what's happening in the world of Auburn athletics. Read it on the web at www.warblogeagle.com.
All my brothers are so southern, they'll get up for you for nothing. Take this brother I've known for many, you need some sisters.
Welcome into the Wednesday segment of Oh Brother. I'm Will Lochamy along with Reed Lochamy. It's the podcast that comes to you from the Brandon Brown and the Country Western Delight Studios. You can find it on iTunes, or on the website, ohbrotherradio.com. And, of course, now on YouTube, Reed, we've got the YouTube channel.
That's right, yeah, youtube.com/ohbrotherradio, where, Will, you've been putting some YouTube videos together. One of them, we're not going to say which one, but it features a topless lady.
Yeah, and it's getting a lot of hits. No
lot
surprise.
Of hits. Yeah.
Okay, Reed, today it's Wednesday, so it's time for Show and Tell, speaking of YouTube.
That's right.
Which is the time where we put the video on the website, and we're going to talk about it. And today we actually have a guest coming on. That's
a representative.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's Billy Draper from the Extemporaneous Theater Company. Billy, welcome in.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so tell us exactly what ETC is. It's you guys are an improv group, right?
That's correct. We are Birmingham's, and I'm going to put quotey fingers. You can't see this.
Okay, yeah.
But we're Birmingham's quotey fingers premier improv group in quotey fingers.
Nice.
And we are just based. It's been about 2 years since the company's been live. I've been with the troupe about 8 months now, going on 9. And, we're just there's a group of about 13 of us, and I might be overshooting that, but there's about roughly 13 of us that comprise the ETC group.
And, Billy, I know that you guys are serious about this because you're using serious words like troupe, and I notice you're spelling theater with an R-E at the end instead of the other way around.
Yeah, you can't get popcorn here. So
That's right, yeah. So, Billy, listen, for people who are not familiar, I'm going to go ahead and summarize. I actually went to something like this, what you guys do in Atlanta, probably about 10 years ago. This is a very entertaining thing to go and see live, and if people are not familiar with it, it's kind of like that show, Whose Line Is It Anyway? And, of course, I'm talking about the British version, which was much better than the Drew Carey version. It's kind of like that, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. We do a combination of Whose Line Is It Anyway games.
Yeah.
Where you are put on the spot and you don't know what's going to happen. And then we also do long format improv, where we come up with an idea for a show, and we say, okay, what kind of character are you going to be? What character are you going to be? And then we just kind of figure out a outline, and we don't actually have dialogue, but we figure out kind of where the plot's going to go and kind of go from there. So we're a variety. That's what hence the theater.
Right.
Theater.
And this is a fun thing for people to go do, like on a date or something, because it's interactive. Like, people go and they don't just go to see a show. The person who runs the thing will say, okay, we need some ideas, and people can sort of like shout out funny, or in some cases I've noticed horrifying ideas.
Absolutely. It's interactive. We take audience suggestions all the time, and sometimes we try to stay away from the brown bag stuff, the easy humor, if you will. But, when the audience throws it out there, you got to kind of throw it back at them and just do a good job with it. So it is the cheapest date in town, and I'm not talking about going out to Roebuck to a massage parlor, but I'm talking about the cheapest date in town.
Now, the clip that we're going to have on the website, ohbrotherradio.com, it's called Larry Langford Goes to Town. And what's this? This was one of the long skits that y'all did?
Yeah, this is actually one of the games, like you would see on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Okay.
Where you get an audience suggestion, and then the mediator says, "Okay, I want you two people to do this and do that, and I want you two people to do this and that." So the Larry Langford Goes to Town is a clip where we're actually doing a quote-unquote movie review. So we have two movie reviewers, and in this clip, I believe it's played by Eric and Doug, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have two people act out the actual scenes of Larry Langford Goes to Town.
Now, if people want to come see you guys, when does this happen? Where does this happen? Where can people go to see you guys?
Okay, we we have a contract. I did quotey fingers again.
Yeah.
We have a contract with Birmingham Festival Theater, and that's actually 1901 and a half. I mean, where did the half come from? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But 1901 and a half, 11th Avenue South, which is right behind Golden Temple in Southside Birmingham.
So hippies are going to know where this is.
Exactly.
Right.
Hippies and healthy people.
Right.
But it's right above, and it's a theater that holds, I would think, probably like 125, 150 people. That might be exaggeration. But when we pack it out, obviously they expand it. They knock out the wall.
Sure, yeah. And when does it happen? How often do y'all perform?
We perform once every roughly 45 days. So we'll do a short format show, and then we'll take our time and we rehearse and we do a long format show. So you can look forward to a show roughly every 45 days, if you will.
Okay.
We actually have one coming up the end of November.
Now, Billy, I'm not going to lie to you. We had at a bar that I work at, we had a amateur comedy night for a little while, and it was one of the most uncomfortable things that I've ever been through in my life.
Not good uncomfortable.
No, a very bad kind of uncomfortable. But you can assure me this is not like that, though, right?
Absolutely. This is not people getting up and thinking they're funny because they have a subject they want to talk about.
Right.
This is spur of the moment. People being actors more so than comedians, and just being. It's more about the wit. It's more about the moment. It's more about the situation that you're put in. So it's not something that you can prepare for. You just have to go and, if you make a mistake, you ride with it. You just keep on going through. So. The content is based on what the audience wants to talk about, basically. So, that's part of when you go to a comedy show. You can get bored really easy when someone's talking about something you could care less about, and especially if it's not funny.
Yeah.
With this, the audience is engaging. We're engaging the audience to participate. So there's some involvement. Everybody's in on the same team.
And once again, if people want to see what this is like, you can get a taste of it at obrotherradio.com, where we are featuring one of the videos you guys have put together of one of your performances. Now, what? And just out of curiosity, what does it cost to attend one of these performances?
We have a student discount, and I think it's anywhere from $10 to $12 to get a student ticket in. It's $15. So if you pre-order online at extemporaneoustheatercompany.com, you can get a ticket, $10 to $12, depending if you're a student or not. And then day of show is $15. So you figure that you can go to a comedy performance with a date for $20 or $30. It's a pretty good value for what we do. We put a show on that lasts about an hour and a half or so, and sometimes two. It just depends on the format.
Okay, and Billy, just to make sure, because I thought I'd written down the website. Is it extemporaneoustheater.com or is it extemporaneoustheatercompany.com?
It's, did I tell you extemporaneoustheatercompany.com?
I think you may have, yeah.
I hope Doug doesn't hear me. I might get fired.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Extemporaneoustheatercompany.com is the evil troupe that I'm trying to form to take over the city.
So it's just extemporaneous theater. But here's my question, Billy, and this is almost a test of sorts. Can you spell extemporaneoustheater.com? This is not easy, by the way.
You want me to do this now?
Can you? Can you spell
See
it?
what you got.
All right. It's EXTEMPORANEIOS.
EOS.
EOS.
I'm sorry, EOUS. EOUS.
Yeah, EO. See?
No I.